Dana, hi. It's Jonny Edwards from Cornwall in England. Wanted to give you some feedback on the Sleep Sense programme and kind of give you an idea for how it's changed our family life. After Lola was born, Lola was about 2.5 and never really slept. And when Sadie fell pregnant with Freddie, we were kind of hoping that we wouldn't have the same sleep patterns with Freddie. After Freddie was born, it became fairly apparent that we had been blessed with two non-sleepers, so life was a little bit testing, to say the least. After probably 4 or 5 months of struggling, really struggling, we were just looking for anything, any ideas, anything that could have helped us. And after scouring the internet, we stumbled across the Sleep Sense programme. In all fairness, really sceptical about anything like that. It was never the kind of thing that we imagined that we'd do. But like I say, we were just looking for something, anything to kind of help us get some kind of normality back. Because we were knackered, we were really tired. The kids were the same. It just wasn't really fair on anyone. So we went with Sleep Sense, read through the book. We took a couple of days to kind of go through everything before we went with it, because we really wanted to understand the program itself. And it was on the Tuesday night, from memory, that we started the Sleep Sense program with Freddie, and by the Thursday he was sleeping through for 12, 13 hours a day. At night he would also have 2 or 3 naps in the daytime, and proper naps, whereas before we'd be having to push him around in a buggy to try and get him to sleep. He would gladly go upstairs to bed with his little toy that he used to take with him, and he would take himself off to sleep for a good hour and a half solid blocks. It made just an unbelievable difference to our life. I think, the actual program itself, the theory of it seemed really basic, and it was just too good to be true. And after 3 nights of trying it with Freddie and then realising the difference it had made, we just couldn't believe it. We really couldn't believe it. It meant that we could do all of the stuff that we always dreamed that we'd be wanting to do with the kids, because we were awake and full of energy, and the same with the kids. And I think the realisation that not only were we always really tired, it was understanding that the kids were exactly the same. So Sleep Sense, certainly changed that. We were worried, thinking that there would be lots of screaming and crying and these kind of things, but it was really minimal. It was hardly anything at all. And certainly by the 3rd night, Freddie had taken himself into the point where he would just go to sleep, have his kind of routine, have his bottle awake, put him down wide awake, and within 10 minutes or so he'd be fast asleep. And now he's 18, 19 months old, and that routine's exactly the same. He's an amazing little sleeper. By kind of 6:30 at night, he's climbing himself up the staircase and grabbing your hand and taking himself off to bed. He wants to have his story, he wants to have his drink, and then he wants to be able to go off to sleep by himself. So it's amazing. It's something that we never thought would work this well, and we never really imagined that we'd have the chance to kind of have some normality back between ourselves as a family as well, because we soon kind of realised that sleep deprivation was one of the hardest things to tackle, and having that gift of sleep again is purely down to yourself and to Sleep Sense. So from all of us, from the 4 of us, myself, Sadie, Lola and Freddie, thank you for Sleep Sense. Thank you for finally giving us some normality. And as I said, kind of Freddie's 18 months now, so a good 11, almost 12 months down the line, everything's still working exactly as it was when we first implemented the programme. It's an amazing programme. It's really simple to understand, really simple to get to grips with, something that certainly has changed our lives. So again, from all of us here in sunny England, thank you very much, and sweet dreams. Cheers. Bye bye.